Welcome to Bigfoot Adventures. Have you ever had a Bigfoot sighting? If you have and you don't want to let anybody know that it was you that saw them, or you're afraid to tell your story because you're afraid of you being made fun of, I'd be glad to tell your story for you. All you have to do is email me your story at bigfootadventures411@gmail.com. Let me know what you want me to say, what you don't want me to say, and I can put your story out there so other people can hear about it without you being identified.
I don't wanna go out on my own. Maybe we could stay and make a home. It's written on my heart and in my soul. You're the one good thing. And I don't think I've ever been so low, 'cause losing you was worse than losing hope. And baby, I could never let you go. You're the one good thing I know.
Do you think a skunk ape or a Bigfoot could live on an island? Do you think that they could go from island to island in Florida? Like down where we have 10,000 islands, down in the Everglades? Leave a comment on that, on your thoughts about that. And the reason I'm asking is because I heard a story about some fishermen that were fishing down near 10,000 islands that heard some god-awful screams coming out of there, and they had no idea what they were. But people have seen the Florida panther going from island to island, so, maybe other things do too. But it kind of reminds me of this next report. This report is BFRO 38924, and it came out of Fort Myers, which is north of where I just told you about. This happened on September 14th of 2009. And this gentleman had just moved to Florida, and he was fishing off his dock at 2 to 2:30 a.m. in the morning. This was in his backyard, but it was backed up to a swamp. And he said that there was a bird sanctuary there, and it was very, very remote where he lived. And he was just fishing, and he had caught a couple of snappers, and then he had them in a bucket next to him. And he was laying down and kind of dozed off a little bit. But then he heard some splashing in the water, and he just assumed it was this raccoon that he saw earlier. So he didn't think much about it. So he's just laying there. And then he heard a louder noise. And when he heard the louder noise, he thought, gosh, that's something really big coming through. So he's looking. And as he's looking, he sees this figure standing in the canal. It was like a smaller canal near his house. And it comes closer to him. And he could see it, but it couldn't see him because of the way he was laying down. He said it was probably about 30 feet away. And it was behind a palm tree. And he stood up to get a better look at it. And when he stood up, it started swaying back and forth like it was really, really mad. So he said that this figure was he said the palm tree that he was standing behind was about 6 foot, and it was taller than the palm tree. He believed that he probably startled the animal. So, it was really dark out. He was trying to get a good look at it, but he said it appeared dark brown, but it was really freaking him out. So he went running into the house to his wife and his son to tell them about it. And when he came back out to look again, he saw it running, and it was running towards this railroad that was near his house and ran into the swamp, just like a human would. It was running on 2 legs. And after this happened, there was 2 kids that in that same neighborhood or area that had actually saw one at the same time. But that's his story. I thought it was a really cool story, and it makes me wonder, can Bigfoot go to island to island? Maybe so. I mean, if they can do that, that's pretty amazing, because there'd be a lot of food out there for him to get, and, mainly they wouldn't be noticed because of the mangrove islands. Nobody really goes out there. So I appreciate you listening, and thanks for watching.